Most men are like, I can't. One and only Derrick Jackson, social media, the man who lays it down and says it's so honest that most men are like, I can't stand him. But at the end of the day,
Says who?
a lot of guys on your page be like, dude, come on.
Most, though. That's subjective.
Yeah? Why do you think so many guys don't like you?
I think a lot of guys have problems with the things I'm revealing that they need to fix in themselves. So they pissed off at me like I'm the problem. When the real problem is the work that they got to do and the fact that they don't want to do it.
Ooh. So this is what Kay Michelle said on our show when she was here last week. This is one of the clips. And we're going to allow you to call in Atlanta, 404-741-WVEE.
Everything that I've gone through has been because of lack of self-esteem and men being in the middle.
What do you mean? Like, explain that. Like,
I don't think men are good people.
Wait, you think that now? All men.
I don't think they're good people.
Why not?
The reason for that, and I truly believe that, the reason for that is, like, for men to do things that they consider small in the flesh of, like, cheating, you know that that's going to destroy your partner, but you do it anyway. That's not a mistake. We've watched the same story over and over again.
Yeah.
And just because I'm a woman, I'm supposed to accept your betrayal.
Right.
Because you're taking advantage of my love for you, and I'm supposed to just be the one behind you riding or dying. I'm not dying with nobody. And to see girls come up to me, I'm the girl they come up to all day long crying. They tell me the most disgusting of stories that I couldn't even believe. And a lot of times men, the wrong man, will stunt your growth as a woman. Women could be doctors, lawyers, and everything, but they in the bed crying over what a man did to them.
I don't believe that, man. I think that's a generalized
Okay,
statement.
what you think?
You think all I'm bad except you?
Not even that. I think just based on what you said, I think your experiences are valid, and I think the things that she was talking about are extremely valid, but in the way that you've internalized it is toxic. It's like, yeah, there are kids in Chicago that are committing crimes, but hypothetically, let's say you have a son or a daughter. That doesn't mean that your son or daughter is a bad person because kids over there are doing wrong, even though those things are actually happening. So I think that's a generalized statement to say all men are bad. I think all men can be better the same way that women can. We could speak to the things that we're doing wrong in terms of holding us accountable. But whenever you say all men are bad, you're almost giving them a pass to continue being bad. And that I'm not for.
I can't give them the pass to do nothing. They've been clowns for years. So there's not a pass I can give. Men like to take that and make women be the blame for why they're acting like that or this and that. Yes, I have been in some relationships and they haven't been good for me. You know, but it's not just me that I'm basing this off of. It's women in every city. I've been on the road every week for 5 years. 5 years. And these women are walking up to me, I mean, like crying. Not even like, oh, he did this, like broke down, souls broke down.
Right.
So as soon as they come towards me, I know the first thing they're going to say, something they man did to them. No, it's never anything good. I rarely hear anything good that a man has done to help a woman become a better woman. I go on the real. I go on what's brought. You all can be like, oh, there is a good man. Yeah, probably 1%. You want to talk about the 1%?
That's different.
You want to talk about a 1%?
But if you're going to tell the truth...
And he might be gay. He might just be being good to his gay partner.
You got to tell both sides of it. And with that mentality, you're only going to bring in that 99% that you think exists that represents the worst of us. Because let's say a good man does come along. Is that mentality going to attract him and make him want to stay around?
Well, who cares what attracts him? That's not what it's about for me in my life. I pay my own bills right now.
Well, you're going to continue
So when you pay your own bills, you're going to think about love differently. So if a man is not willing to show and prove who he is, he's not for me.
I'm sorry, you guys. I wanted to finish this off, but this is just, it's so horrendous. Kay Michelle. Oh, Kay Michelle. Damn, I think in 2013, 2014, man, she was fine as fuck. Man, I like Kay Michelle, man. I didn't like the hood chicks like that too much, but, man, she is not who she used to be. Okay, first off, she says she has never really had good relationships with men. And so once again, it comes down to this, you guys. For ladies need to be fucking held accountable for the relationships that they choose, the men that they choose to involve with. It takes two. A man's not forcing you to be with them. You actively choose who you open your legs to, who you sleep with. And so K. Michelle, it's all your fucking fault for the relationships that you've had. You attract your tribe. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Your vibe is a hood rat bitch. Straight up. I'm going to keep it straight up, 100. Your music was cool, but look at the life that you lead in. This was 2 years ago. Look at the life that you're leading now. This is exactly what your attitude and everything has led up to. A nose job, skin bleaching. You want to talk about how, men are bad and are not good. Men are just not good people. Imagine a man coming on television saying some shit like this. Cancel. Look at what the baby said. Now, the baby's a little bit out there, you know what I'm saying? But he went up there and said, what if K. Michelle went up there and said that on stage? Would she have gotten canceled like the baby did? This is terrible. This is a great example of what women can do, the double standards. And so she bleached her skin. She got a nose job. She got a butt job. But men aren't good people. Who are you doing this for? Are you doing this for other women? You must like women. So what dog in the fight do you have to say about men? If first off, you are not holding yourself accountable for the men that you choose. Second off, you're still changing your physical body will never be the same for men, right? Unless you're lesbian, huh? And if you're lesbian, what you got to say don't matter, right? So refutes that. This type of woman does not deserve protection. I'm gonna flat out say it. Everybody else can't say it. She don't deserve protection. She's older. She got all the money in the world. She don't want to do anything for a man. She said a man has no reason for existing in this damn world in her eyes, pretty much. They're all trash. You don't deserve protection. So I think about the case with the Philadelphia train assault, and I have total respect for true victims in these cases, you know. Now, I don't know if this is a legit case or not. I mean, he got arrested. I don't know what happened. I didn't watch the video, none of that. But someone like K. Michelle, if this were to happen to someone like K. Michelle, she off the rip said she doesn't want men to help her. She doesn't like men. Men aren't good people. So by default, men, you shouldn't help. You just shouldn't help her at all. She's got money. What are you good for? Men, we can't say what she says, you know? And she said women are always coming up to her crying about what the fuck, about men problems. So off the rip, once again, Kevin Simmons is, from the last videos, women always take the side of the woman by default without asking what happened, without asking real questions and seeing what happened. It's just because she's crying over a man, so the men are all bad. All bad. And let's not forget about the gay part. Oh my God. You are gay if you are a good man to a woman. Holy shit. Black women do this to black men all the time. So much, especially in her generation. These women, especially 40, 40-year-old men, 30-year-old men, fuck these girls. Let them die alone. Let them get a dog. Let them die alone. All they need is their bag anyways. She's not going to bring anything to your fucking life worth anything. She's got her bag. She's got her thoughts and everything like that. She's putting it out there. So she's doing you all a favor, you guys. She don't deserve, she don't want you. She don't want it. And so I've helped out the girls that I date, like for a long time, been in relationships with and stuff like that. I make it a true intention and true effort to make their life something great, right? I try to help them build a business. I help them like continue on with their hobbies, help them like learn things about life, whatever they're interested in. I try to learn more about it so that I can engage in them in that area. Like that's just a good person. That's what a good person does. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you want a good relationship with somebody. That's what you do. Fuck red pill, fuck purple pill, fuck blue pill shit. This is just being a good human in a relationship, friendship, coworker, whatever. You're just being a good person. But according to K. Michelle, you're gay if you do some shit like that. K. Michelle does not deserve protection. Men, this lady is gone. I wish I had a little stream thing that Kevin said. Buy a dog and die alone. Hell yeah. All right, let's get back into it. Let's see what the fuck this Beezy has to say.
Put up this wall, and if you're not going to climb it, then you need to stay on the other side of it. I'm going to speak and say how I feel. This submission stuff with Fantasia, I'm not submitting to nothing but my bag and my kids and my career. I will submit. There is no submission without a mission. there has to be a mission. These men don't have missions.
You have absolutely no obligation to submit or do anything, but you would be wise to be consistent in what it is that you want. Do you really want a healthy relationship with a man that is good?
Okay.
If that's the case, then you have to create a welcoming space for
If
that.
that
And what
was
you're
possible.
talking about is not welcoming.
I've been in a relationship for now.
For the first time I've ever really heard Derrick Jackson speak some real ass shit that I can stand by. I respect what he's actually saying in this instance, you guys.
3 years. I knew him for 20. Right?
I feel for this
and
brother
he
on this
was
other side of this microphone.
Why not feel for me? Why are you feeling for him? Like, I was with somebody, I've been friends with somebody for over 20 years. We get in a relationship, and as soon as things get bad for me, health-wise, and I'm not as strong, I wasn't brought up like I should have been brought up. I was made to feel even more insecure in the situation. Me as a woman, I have decided that there's years and time within this. There are babies about to be born and everything, so we are working on this relationship. But before we were a couple, I still spoke on these situations. I tell my relationships to the women that come and cry. I let them know mine ain't perfect. I'm not no relationship goals for y'all. I'm just going to tell y'all the truth at all times.
But I think what he's trying to say is, if you want a relationship, does that attitude create the space in order to accept the good man when he comes along?
It might scare him, but he need to be scared.
So you want a man to be scared, and like
Not
just think
scared.
about what you
He needs to know what he's getting into. Like we always say, don't pull it out unless you're gonna use it.
I think at the end of the day, women do have a lot of power in those decisions.
Okay.
I think ultimately it's terrible to hear you talk about how these feelings are toxic and you don't think nothing could be done about it. But every day we know what the facts are. We know that men have issues, women have issues, but I think a lot of women have the power, what they deal with and what they tolerate, and I think that can help men be better at the same time.
That's real.
Here's the thing that's, I guess, confusing for me, and I'll say it to both you and Derrick. I believe truly that women have power to motivate men to do whatever they want. Women are the best. Listen to what I'm saying. Women can move a man. First, if you look back through history, women have caused more wars in this earth than anybody. Women control the cards. And the women that play it the best are the gold diggers and whatever. They know how to manipulate men. Women know how to manipulate men.
That ain't there,
to
Frank.
get. Well, listen. But
That's a
listen to
fact,
what I'm
though.
saying.
That's a fact.
Wait. I'm not saying that as a conclusion. I'm saying what's confusing for me is women are magical manipulators. They can manipulate situations in men because they get into the emotion of things that men be like tripping about.
Don't even think about.
So what I'm saying is, if women have the power to manipulate, why don't they have the power to change the situation that men
That
do?
ain't it,
That ain't
Frank.
the truth.
Now we're putting the responsibility of who we are on women, and we've done a lot of that. And what I believe is, a woman can't change a man. A woman can't inspire the qualities in a man that he should have had before he even came across her. But what she can do is protect herself. What she can do is make sure she doesn't tolerate it past the point that she realizes he's doing what he's doing.
I don't believe that.
Women can inspire and influence things.
Let
but
me
we are
tell
in
you why.
control.
We're
Let me tell you-
amazing, but we not
Let me
Jesus.
let me tell you why I don't believe it.
Okay.
Let me tell you why I don't believe it. Because every man that's been out there and has said to himself, oh my God, I love her, I want to marry her, something happened to that man's psyche at that point when he said, I want to marry you. He could have been out here on the street. He could have been doing whatever he wants to do. And then he comes across that one woman that changes everything about his outlook. Okay? And then he changes and he gets with that one woman. Now, from that point until it gets to another point where something happens to his psyche where he decides to cheat, that's the area I'm talking about right there. There was a time when the woman had him and he wasn't cheating.
Just because they get a ring don't mean they wasn't cheating. Men get married and cheat the night before. So you can't put women in control just because you say we're manipulators. We can't. You know how many women would have been manipulated men to not cheat on them?
What I'm
if
saying
it was possible.
Okay, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. If I'm a single guy and I'm out here single and I'm playing the field and I'm getting everything I want, why would I marry you? Something happened.
Facts.
You
That's
did
facts.
something.
You see me in face.
You did.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of end it here because this is getting really cringy. I'm really, I don't really want to listen to this much longer, to be honest. But that dude's got a bit of a point. So if you are getting what you want on the real dating world, why would you get married? Let's reword that. What do you have to offer me, someone that's already getting what I need and want, which is I already got the money. I'm making my own money. I have my own emotional stability. All I need is some pussy, and I'm already getting that. What can you truly bring to the table that is worthy of me marrying you for, and leaving everything else out on the table for you? Why should I marry you? K. Michelle, once again, I don't really know what's going on right now. Sounds like she don't really got much anything happening right now. But she dated Chad Johnson. She dated R. Kelly. She dated J.R. Smith. She dated Idris Elba. All of them left her. She's had 11 relationships with high-end celebrities. Amazing, high-value guys. All terrible because she's a terrible woman. She can't keep them. She doesn't. She's a terrible woman. She's good to fuck, good to have sex with. And so, men, anyone that listens to, follows K. Michelle, or still is like that, even in our generation, you already know where to place these girls at. Not for no long-term shit. Don't let her get involved with your housing shit and stuff like that. Don't let her know where you live, type of thing. I mean, you can bring her over every now and then, but you need to establish that fact. Before you bring a girl like her over to your place, you need to be like, look, I do not want you popping up randomly. I will call the police. I'm not afraid to do that because I know girls are out here like that. Just straight up say that shit off the rip, man. If you dealing with these hood chicks, I know a lot of you guys out here like the hood girls and shit. And even like the Hispanic chicks and shit like that, the white chicks, any girl that's like that you feel like has a propensity to do some pop up on you, you need to make sure you establish that fact off the rip. Fuck being beta, fuck the alpha bullshit. No, fuck that. I'm not putting my hands on you, and you not finna pop up on me at my crib whenever, and you not finna break my shit. If it comes down, I got your information. I'm filing a police report. I'm calling the police if you pull up on me. I'm not letting you in. You break my shit, I'm taking a picture of your license plate. I'm filing charges on you. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, you guys. Fuck the fucking bullshit. Oh, you're a macho man. I'm gonna make sure she don't treat me that way because I'm a real man. Fuck that shit, bro. I don't care. Look, you do all you can that you can when it comes to your attitude and saying the right things at the right moment. But if a woman still steps out of line, she steps out of line regardless, and you cannot put your hands on her. So the next thing, we're going to call the police. Point blank, period. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, man. This is Trey with Unpopular Opinions, man. Do you guys agree with K. Michelle? What do you guys think about Derrick Jackson? I think Derrick Jackson was actually rude for the guys on this one. It was pretty interesting. I didn't finish everything that what he said, but I can't listen to this anymore. This was 2 years ago, you guys. 2 fucking years ago. K. Michelle was spitting this shit 2 years ago, and her husband cheated on her. I wonder why. Fuck out of here, bro. This is just wild, man. So crazy how things progress during the years. Man, keep watching the people. Keep eyes on people that you've had relationships with in the past or that talk this shit like K. Michelle. And just wait to see what happens 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road. I wonder where she's going to be at 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road. Probably still solo, but at least she's got the bag. All right, man, this is Trey with Unpopular Opinions, man. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Last thing, I know I finished this video, but I just want to say this too. She said men are not good people. I cannot tell you how many times men have sacrificed their lives for women they don't even know. Men put themselves on the line all the time for women. Sometimes they don't expect much. Some do. You know what I'm saying? Some do expect it. But think about all these simps. Think about all these guys in a friend zone and shit like that are really thinking that they're trying to do the right thing in order to make the girl like them. They're knowing that the girl that they like is having one night stands with random dudes at the club, and they still accept these girls. Look, I used to work at Cheddar's. I was like 21 at the time with this girl. She was pregnant at the time. She was pregnant with her boyfriend. She told me with her mouth she cheated on her boyfriend 8 times. It was either 5 or 8 times. It was no less. It was 5 or 8 times out of her own mouth. She said every single time we got into an argument and he took me back. So I proposed to him because I need to marry him. He loves me. He loves me, and that's it. That's this. She didn't say she loved him back. She said this shit. I'm gonna just say that. Even with all this shit happening, men are good people. K. Michelle, you can go die alone.